Bula vinaka, talafalava, malalalei, and welcome back to the Nija Money Show family. Today we've got a very special guest. He's a neighbor, somewhat of a mentor to me, and a supporter from day one for our family and my business, and just a general community man and a family man. I'm honored to know Tony Damaro. He's from an Italian family. Grew up in the Parramatta area. We've known each other for over 10 years now in a professional and personal capacity. And today, Tony, I just want to say thank you for coming on to do this. It's a very warm day here in Sydney. And man, we're sweating here today. We've had we usually have a lot of conversations off the camera over a few beers, and all the things we talk about are always, to inspire our community. And today I just wanted to demonstrate to the Pacific Island community and, our community in general that, there's not too much differences between us all, and we can all sort of communicate. And I guess not too long ago, you guys were on farms in Italy, and 30 years ago our parents were in the Pacific Islands, and today look at you guys where you're at. And then today, we just want to have a conversation to hear your story, Tony, learn about your family, and just have a chat and get to know you. And
welcome. Thanks, Harry. Right. As Joey mentioned, your background's Italian, but can you, sort of expand on that and tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Well, my parents were born in Sicily, and they came here. My dad was 18 and my mum was 7. So they come a few years apart.
Mm-hmm.
Our neighbours actually in Sicily.
Yeah, right.
And they knew each other. And then my mum came first, and then a few years later my dad came, and then they reunited. And they went out. They were only kids when they left Italy, but then then they get married and
nice.
Started a family.
Sicily, have you been there?
Yeah. Just come back from holidays last year.
Is it a big town? Tell me about it. What's it like?
It's an island off Italy.
Yeah.
And there's probably
the only thing I've known about Sicily is the
the Italian mafioso. I had the mafioso.
But so nice little town or village there.
Nice, it's quite large. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I say over 1 million people live there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was so big.
Maybe more.
Your dad got off the boat and pretty much did he come? He flew here or?
He came by boat.
He came by boat.
Yeah. So both of my parents came by boat.
Wow.
It was like a 30-day trip.
Wow.
What year was that?
My dad came in. It was 18, so 1958.
1958. Wow.
My mum came 1950.
Wow. Yeah.
Was that
we came on planes? You guys came on the boat.
30 days?
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's it.
Yeah.
What was the route? They would have gone from
Through the Suez Canal.
Yeah.
And then straight route to their Perth.
Yeah.
Melbourne first stop, then Sydney.
Oh. Yeah, that's what everyone just wanted to get off in Melbourne, right?
So your dad got off the boat and then straight to work?
Yeah, pretty much. He had a sister that was already here.
Yeah.
She was married, and he lived on her balcony for about a year. Slept on the balcony, and my grandparents slept inside. Wow. And he was working in the factory. Yeah. He was already a tradesman when he left Sicily, and but he got here. He took a job, whatever job he can get, and he was working in the factory making roof tiles, and just got promoted. And
which area in Sydney?
In Parramatta.
In Para, yeah, right. Yeah. There a lot of factories back then.
Yeah. My grandparents worked on a farm, just go picking, fruit and veg, and then my dad was in the factory.
Yeah.
And what was your upbringing like here in Sydney when obviously
well, my dad ended up getting back into the trade and was a builder, and my upbringing had everything. Like he provided well, but had to work every Saturday was to work with him. School holidays, every day was working.
From an early age?
From since I can remember, yeah.
You come to work, there's no daycare.
It was,
So your dad got you into building, or he was a concreter, or was he?
He was a builder.
He was a builder.
Yeah. Used to do a lot of concreting and building. Build our own projects, but also do concrete for other builders.
Yeah, and
that was our bread and butter.
Yes.
And with that money, we used to build.
There was I think back in the day, so this was 70s, 80s, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly Italian concreters, yeah? Was there any other?
Oh, I have a few Greeks.
Yeah, okay.
Mainly Italian. Yeah.
Italian
form workers.
All around here, all around Para?
Australia, right? Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pretty much Italian dominated the concreting business, right? Yeah, back in the 80s.
Yeah, the English used to do timber.
Yeah.
And then when the Italians came, we started doing concrete slabs and full brick houses. And
I didn't know that was such a all right, English boys do timber, we'll do the concreting.
Italians were now for concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
Concrete boots.
The cans of concrete.
It's a Sicilian thing.
What was it like growing up around here as an Italian kid? You know, like
There weren't many Italians here.
yeah,
A lot of Lebanese.
Yeah.
A lot of Australians. And so Italians were very rare. I hardly had any Italian friends. All my friends were Aussies or Lebanese. Yeah.
at school and the same at school.
School was half.
Where'd you go to school,
I
Tom?
went to Parramatta Marist.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that school's been around for ages. Then.
Yeah, and then I went to Acul and Castle Hill, so I got asked to leave. Parramatta Marist.
A good student then.
It was a good thing because Acul was a good school and it was kind of straightened you up a bit. And
Yeah. How did you get into concreting this? So you're old man, right? So what?
yeah, well, he was a builder, concreter. And I went to year 12. I was going to go and do engineering or something in the building, go like a university and get some project management degree. But yeah, I don't know.
So what made you? Did your dad make did he force you into it?
He
Or
didn't want me to do it. The last thing he wanted was for me to be in the building. He wanted me engineer, a degree.
Yeah.
So it was his dream. He said, son, to have a degree, and he would have made it. But my sister did that, and he went into Actually, he didn't take me. He didn't take me on. He sent me with a carpenter.
Yeah.
So I did 3-year apprenticeship with a carpenter, and then I finished that, and then I came back working with him.
Yeah, well, and now I just want to. Tony just recently lost his old man, so Tony, I just want to give our commiserations, and it's he had a good life, right? So he has a pretty good life, and he celebrated it well, and he was a beer man too, so and so,
A few beers before dinner.
yeah.
Literal.
And I always now when I sometimes I look at you, I always see him. It's like
Oh, did he used to come through the drive-through as well?
Sometimes with me.
yeah. But he lived just down the road, so it's every time I see Tony, he'll take his dad to have a beer, and I said, "Oh, it's good to see."
Lived across the road from the pub.
Yeah,
Has he been in this area for a long time?
He
Yeah.
was built 50 years ago.
Yeah, well, still the same houses.
Still the same house. Yeah, it was
the same house. Yeah.
It just would have been farms and
when he
everything back.
when he first moved, there was just a new subdivision. There was only just a few houses popping up, and it was one of the first. And then he built probably 10, 15 houses in that suburb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What was the nightlife like in Paraton back in the day?
Oh, different to today. There was clubs everywhere.
Yeah, wow.
At least 10 clubs in Parramatta.
Yeah.
So you could either go to Parramatta and plenty of things to do, or go to the city.
Yeah.
Parramatta was closer.
Yeah. Why do you reckon it's changed so much? Like what? Just
I don't understand.
it's interesting time.
Yeah, same for my kids. There's no clubs like there used to be, and especially in Parramatta, there's just Albion and what else?
Yeah.
The Roxy, maybe. No,
Well,
that
Might come back.
it might come back. It might need you there to go work on it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
How's family life shaped you both personally and professionally?
Oh, family's everything.
Yeah.
Everything I do is for the family.
Yeah.
As long as they're happy, I'm happy.
You got 3 kids, Tone?
Yeah.
Yeah. A girl. You got girl, 2 boys, eh?
2 boys,
Yeah. How did your parents help you in terms of building the foundation for your family? What was the how do you think that
Just the work ethics.
Yeah.
The way my dad worked and the way my mum looked after the house and everything. She did everything around the house. My mum did everything.
So your mom looked after the kids at home and built sort of took care of the family at home?
She did gardening, she washed the car, she did
Wow.
maintenance.
Yeah, wow.
So my dad would go to work, from work, he'd get home and go in the office, do office work, and go to bed and repeat. And my mum did everything. My dad never mowed the lawn, never touched anything until he retired. Then he
Wow, your mum's a machine.
fixed my motorbike. I got home from school, she got the carburetor out, and I said, what are we doing? She said, I'll clean your carburetor out. She was She had 4 brothers, so she was a bit of a tomboy.
Yeah.
She loved cars and motorbikes, and she was
Yeah.
one of us, one of the boys.
Did you have more family move over and follow you guys over here at all? Or?
My mum came with all of her family when she was little, and my dad only had one sister that was already here, so all the immediate family were all So there's no real
So big.
first
Yeah.
cousins or anything in Italy.
But now there's a lot of you here. Yeah.
There's heaps here. Everyone's here. There's only a very few extended family that's left in Italy.
Yeah.
It's just,
When you go back to Italy, do you feel like this is home now? Yeah, Australia's home, and what's the difference between Italy and or how do they perceive you as an Italian going back from Australia, born and bred here? Like when you go back, do you feel?
I kind of feel like a bit of a deserter.
Yeah.
At least people stuck it out during the depression, during the hard times, where they probably looked at my dad as, you're a traitor. You left us here to suffer. You went off to to country make more money, but it was a big sacrifice for my dad to
Would have been scary back then as well,
the language, to know a word of English.
Yeah.
Culture was completely different. Like in Italy, they used to all dress nice and go out for coffees and there's restaurants. Look, on here, there was nothing. It was just pubs. Not even a chair in a pub. They were just drinking beer. There was no culture. There was no restaurants, no food. It was just bars and sausage rolls and beer.
No, imagine that.
I think
He just was depressed for the first 10 years.
Oh, wow.
I think you used to tell me your dad used to get in a fair few fights, eh?
Oh, he used to get away for a bit because he had red hair. Yeah, the red hair is Sicilian. Very rare.
That's what I was going to say.
Very rare. And so did my grandfather, but I didn't get it. But not that this scene. But because he looked Aussie.
Yeah.
He used to get hit at the pubs, and they wouldn't let a lot of Italians in or anyone that looked ethnic.
Oh wow!
But as long as he kept his mouth shut, he get in. He get in. As soon as he started talking, he'd hear his accent. No, get out.
I'm just drunk.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard, but he focused on working. These 7-day weeks and weekends you started getting into the building game. You started doing a bit of rendering and little bits and pieces. And in Sayed, he had a house. What time he was 21 there, or his second house when he's 24.
Wow!
With the help of my grandparents, they all worked and put the money together.
So his parents were here too.
They came with him.
Oh, they came together.
They came together. My auntie was already here.
Yes.
And then my dad came with my parents.
Yeah.
2 years later.
Oh wow.
So and my grandfather used to work at a railway.
Yeah. Were you alive when? So Nonna, you guys say Nonna.
Lived to me till they passed away.
Yeah.
My
Nonna and Nonno, yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
My grandfather passed away when I was 18 or 17. I was in tour, and my grandmother when I was 21. So they're like my second parents. My grandmother was like the second mum to me.
Yeah. Especially all living in the same house.
That's the best.
This reminds me of Fiji,
Yeah, that's the same.
Everyone's in the same house, but like you don't ever feel like you're alone.
Yeah, no.
It's always lively.
There's always food.
Always food. Yeah, 2 cooks in the house, 2 cleaners.
I loved it. Now we're also separated.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's what they say. It takes a village, right? For us, there's a saying: it takes a village to raise a kid. Yeah. So it's sort of like it's a good philosophy. Yeah.
That's like in Italy, in the small towns, like the mum and dad used to go to work and they'll be the next door over. They look after the kids. So same as a Fiji, I helped each other out, and it was you could you can depend on each other.
I used to remember back home in Fiji, like mum used to go to work,
Yeah.
right? And all the kids, like I wasn't really at school at that time, but the kids would be at school, but the neighbours knew that I was home. So they would sort of just keep an eye on me and stuff like that. So it's just,
That's how it works.
Yeah.
This kid's everybody's kid.
yeah, that's right. A bit of a lost part. But you did mention there that like, your grandparents helped your dad to buy the first property.
All together.
All together,
They didn't always pull their money. One year's wages to my grandmother until they got married.
Yeah.
So she used to control it. He'd come in with a paycheck and just give it straight to her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then when he go out, and
how do you think that, do you think that's important for someone coming over and it's like, let's just do it together?
yeah, sure. That's how a lot of people, like the Jewish do that. They put all their money together, do things together. Where in a small scale, all families put their money together. And
Well, it's more common now. Like now we could see it like with the Italians, with the Lebanese and that. Everyone's all building together or buying together or investing together, and
bigger projects, bigger
Yeah.
profit margins. And
Yeah.
I split it. But yeah, with the money side of things, I did the same when I was working. As I was a kid working with my dad, he never paid me. But he bought me a car when I was 18. Yeah, like a nice car when I was 17.
Yeah. Tell me about that car, Tony. Tell us about the car. It's a Tony's loves what are you? Alfa Romeos. Yeah.
So I always wanted Alphas, any Alpha. We care what it was. It was
That's an Italian car, isn't it?
Italian, yeah. So
Dude, look at me. I'm not. They take that. I'm already talking about this. Oh gosh. Yeah.
so
Watch out, man. The concrete, they thought there's a concrete bridge might come out, man.
Italians can't talk unless you get hands. I'm not rural Italians. I don't talk all the time, man. You got to tell you, everything's with the hands. But yeah, with the car, he never paid me because when you turn 17, when you get on buy a car.
Yeah.
And he did. He stuck to his word, and he bought me the top of the range Alfa Romeo GTV6. It was $32,000 back in the day.
Yep.
Where you could have bought a unit in Parramatta for the same money. So
Yeah.
that was his present to
Yeah.
me. And I've still got the car. Yeah, I never sold it. Oh wow, pristine condition, and I treasure it because it was a big thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Dad to do that, for his son. It was I really thank you for all the help because I was by his side every day.
But it was like, see, because he didn't tell you, but you.
In the time, I didn't expect it. I wanted anything. I mean, he got the top. I had a better car than him at the time. He had this a Ford, and I have this pretty $2,000.
Yeah.
I was 17 years old on my peak. I was driving to school.
Yeah. And for your wedding, he got you.
For wedding when my son was born, because I named my son after him.
Yeah.
He buys me a Harley. I still got that. Thank God. I still got it. I'll never sell it.
Yeah.
He didn't never showered me with money, but he did buy us a few token gifts.
Yeah.
I'll never sell, like a scene, and it was a constant reminder of what he did for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hey, like he didn't really want to do it. He wasn't doing anything for himself when you look back at it. He was doing it pretty much all for you guys. Hey, it was
just Although he did spoil his wife, like she had after that great car, that a beautiful home. They travelled all around the world. When he retired, he just seen every place of earth. Yeah, he is really, and had holiday houses everywhere, and the snow, the beach in Italy. So he really enjoyed his life. He worked very hard. So, but he rewarded himself and my mum. Yeah, all for my mum.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that hard work pays off then, eh? But,
So what values did your parents instill in you, and that you carried in your work today?
just be honest. Don't try to get rich in one day. Just do the right thing and get your best advertisements, your work and your ethic. I don't advertise. I never have. I just word of mouth. I do sometimes I even if I have to lose money, as long as I get the job done right and the customer's happy, he might refer me to someone that I make a fortune on. So I'm never gonna just do the right thing, and God will bless you in other ways.
Yeah, that's what something I've noticed about you, Tone, that work like, because you, I was talking to you one time, why don't you charge for half the invoice, take 20% up front and this, and you've said you've never operated like that, because you've always operated on trust and integrity, and it's rare to even find people who still operate. And then for, nowadays the risk is huge. Like if a builder doesn't pay, your business could go down. So it's like, it's a unique kind of trait, man, that we need more of today, that, you should be able to show do the work, what you deliver what you promise, not just.
I pay for what I do. Like I can't turn around and say, oh, you did this wrong, I'm not paying you. But if I've done it wrong, I don't deserve to get paid. I don't want to get paid.
Yes.
I'll do the job, I'll finish it. I ask them if they're happy. I'll wait a week or two and I can send them the invoice. When they're ready, pay me. And they always do. But if I'm asking for 20% up front and halfway through the job, give me another progress claim because I'm scared I want to get paid at the end because I might do a dodge. I just...
Yeah, that's what I like. That's what the difference between you and, like, from my experience of what I hear, because I deal with a lot of like customers, home loan customers, they're doing builds and whatever, and it's like always an issue with the contractor, It's like, you're Tony.
I get builders that call me, put your invoice in. Put your invoice in. Okay,
Yes.
It's like money in the bank.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I don't need it today. And you need it today, you shouldn't be in business, because if you can't operate for a month or two without money coming in, don't be in business. If you're relying on that job you did that day to keep you going, then you haven't got enough money to be in business. Should be able to hold yourself up for at least 5 or 6 months of no money coming in.
Yes.
Because things can go wrong. Like, there's been times that I've lost 100 grand, but I've gone through it. Because, there's been a backup. There's always been money in the kitty.
Where did you develop those business skills, Tone? Was it from your, like, just from experience, pretty much working with your dad, right?
What's from my dad? I really did.
Wow, yeah. And so you tell us about your, like, when you first got into concreting. So did he, because you don't become a concreter straight away, right? So you worked for somebody else first? Or?
I became a carpenter. I got in my carpentry course. My dad set me off with another builder.
Yes.
To see how it's like, see what it's like to work for someone else rather than just the family.
Yeah.
To see, so it's different. You work with your dad, you take it a bit for granted and don't give it 100% because it's your dad, but you work for a boss, you have to, from ball game. Like, I was always the first on slide, and whereas with your dad, I can't come in and just drag and paper. So your dad just taught me how to work for a stranger, And then I finished my trade, and then because he was building at the time, I used to do all the carpentry side of it, as long with all the concrete side with my dad, and we did a lot of the project ourselves, like all the concrete carpentry, some rendering, gyprocking, tiling. We used to do everything.
Oh wow!
My dad was a master of all of it, because in Italy you became, in the building game, you did everything.
Yeah.
But the only thing he didn't do was carpentry. That's why he set me off to be a carpenter. So between the two of us, we knew everything.
Yeah. He went on to build a few properties, didn't he? For like, for himself to retain for the family.
Yeah. He used to always build and sell.
Yeah.
And then,
why do you think property, Tony? Why do you think he is like, that's what you guys know, right? Pretty much.
It's the safest.
Yeah.
Because it's he always said you can never lose on property.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because it's always going up. And it's secure. Like, it might not be great return. Like, sometimes it might not be nothing for a couple of years, and then on the average it kind of doubles every into 10 years. Yeah. And I've seen that over the last.
Yeah, you lived it.
I've lived it.
Yeah.
So his philosophy was, at the beginning it was build and sell. Then he found out, like, when he used to build a project or a house, by the time he sold it and bought the next property, the land had gone up, so it was profit kind of got eaten up in the price of the land. So kind of was always chasing his tail, wasn't really making the money until he decided, when he retired, he kept the last two projects, which were decent projects.
Yeah.
He had debts on them. Yeah. And it was hard to keep surviving, but the rent used to help pay the interest. And it kind of cost him nothing to keep, because rent was just the interest, not the principal. Yeah. And so he's just, but over the last 20 years, those properties are quadrupled. Yeah. And the debt's still what it was back 20 years ago. Wow. Which they only gave us for one unit. Yeah. And to pay off the debt. But back then you had to sell 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. That's the power of property, and just holding.
And the rentals are on up as well. So
yeah.
Now
Awesome.
Everything's going up.
Everything's going up. Food prices crazy.
Blood pressure's going up. How'd you make the transition from working for someone else to starting your own business? How was that?
I worked with my dad until he retired, but I just took over his clientele.
Okay.
Yeah, I stopped the building side of things. Yeah. And just kept with the concrete side of things, and he used to work with me. So when they turned up to the job site, the only difference was the invoice was from me and not him.
Oh wow!
All the builders knew us, knew me, and they say it's just easy. And then I find my own customers, or just people, and then all those old customers kind of disappeared, and just kept.
So it is really is generational, when it comes to you guys. It's generational. Yeah, it's just to take over. Yeah, that's amazing. And I think that's what I used to ask you. Hey, Tony, how do I find customers? He goes, like, as you stay in it longer, you just got to stay in it, and people start to get to know you. And if you do the right thing, then they'll tell other people and other people, and then it just goes from there. So it does take time. Yeah. It's not something you do overnight,
Just that consistency over time.
Yeah.
Just turning up.
Delivering.
Yeah. So, Tone, who are some of the key professionals that you would use in your business? Accountants, lawyers, or would you?
Financial people.
Yeah, maybe financial people. Yeah. Okay.
You're my finance. I've used you for the last 10 years.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tony. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you for having the faith in us and having the belief in us to be able to, I feel like, I don't know. It's weird that why would Tony use me, but to have that confidence and that,
Trusted you.
yeah,
And you made things so easy.
yeah,
Like dealing with the banks was a nightmare. Joe was, it'll happen. It's just one phone call and Tony send me this, send me that. And
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you.
It's easy.
Yeah. Thanks, son. Thanks for that. And
Very transparent. The communication was professional.
Yeah, and I've recommended as many people as I can to him, and
Yeah.
he's my man.
What other professionals, Tone, would you be using? So you got your accountant. He's really good. I think your accountant's really good. You've had him for a long time, eh? And it's hard to find a good accountant.
Yeah, he's all over it. Yeah. Lawyers.
Yeah.
Well, this is just for conveyancing and
When do you think someone should start a company? Oh, like if you're a concreter, should you start a company straight away? What's the difference between sole trading and company?
well, these days,
Yeah.
insurances are a thing.
Yeah.
But if you're a sole trader,
Yeah.
it's a bit harder. It's just look, a builder will give a contractor a work if he has his own workers' comp, and if you've got your own company, it's a lot of risk off the builder. So they'll take on a concreter that has his own company, his own employees, his own workers' comp, and public liability, and then they'll tend to use you over someone that's just a savvy that's got nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a company, I guess it protects a little bit everyone in a sense. There's a bit more protection around, like the less risk for you, less risk for the builder as well, right?
That's right.
Because your assets are protected. If you're in a company, it's only the risk is all in the company, right?
Yes, but being a director,
Okay, come back.
Gets personal. When you've got an account, Mr. Concrete Supplier,
And
I've
you're
got to sign personal guarantor. So if I can't, the company can't pay,
yes,
I'll go after me and my personal assets.
okay. I think
So there's always that risk.
yeah. Before it wasn't like that, back in the day, and that's probably why it's better today because they can now be legitimate and chase people. And
Right, there's
yeah,
a lot of directors aren't even the director of their company. They get their wives to be a director or someone else. So it's a bit dodgy.
yeah.
But I think now they're
Cracking down on it with the director's ID. Yeah,
correcting
it's
that
way
all the
better.
time.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the passion for cars and travel.
Yeah.
You're big fans. You're a big fan of cars.
Yeah,
Hey,
I love a car.
How many cars you got?
1, 2, 3. But personally, things 1, 2, 3. All 4 cars, there's 3 motorbikes, split trucks.
Guys, if you need equipment based liners, concrete
Car salesman as well. No, yeah.
but here's a hobby. The Alpha Spider, tell us about you. When did you buy the Alpha Spider?
The 4 seat,
Yeah, for
2015.
2015. Wow, time flies, eh? Quick, 29 years. 10. Well, fade off? It fade off? No.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Have you ever taken it out to the
He goes out.
to the
track days?
Yeah, even the drags, I've taken it there.
Yeah. Tony, you've been to what was Russia like with the Porsche when you went to Russia?
Went to Finland.
Oh.
We were on the Porsche thing 4 days, but on the way through we went to Moscow.
Yeah.
What, do you drove it all the way?
No, we just did it. We just traveled there. It was 4.
Oh, yeah.
4 of us, me and 3 other mates. And we thought we'd make a trip of it. It was a 4-day event in Finland on the ice.
Yep.
On Porsches. There's none of this clubs here.
On the ice.
Yeah, on the big spot.
What was that like?
It's all drifting. It wasn't a lot of speed. It's just all about drifting and tires got spikes in them and just like that, control the car and really good. It was a fantastic experience. But on the way there, we stopped at Moscow.
Yeah.
Which blew me away. It's not what everyone says.
Yeah, that's right.
Not everyone makes out Russia's. They're not. They're fantastic people.
Yeah.
They've got their shit together. They've got the best restaurants, best clubs, best city.
Yeah, right.
No crime. It's just
But you hear so many different stories on the news. Yeah.
no. The people are happy. And then that was Moscow. And then we went to St. Petersburg, which was even more relaxed. We're closer to Europe. It was like a mini Rome, where filled in the canals and a restaurant. And
It's all built.
so with Ben and people were just best time ever. It was really misinterpreted country. Everyone's
Yeah.
It's just the news. You can't believe everything you see right here.
they got their shit together. They're miles ahead of America. They've got a lot of problems there. Russia haven't got that problem.
Yeah.
They're very
Yeah. Well, you've been to Fiji and the island a few times. So what's your experience of Fiji like?
Fiji. Fiji. I mean to Samoa.
What was some more like?
It was like Fiji, but more natural.
Yeah.
Less tourism
Yes.
and nice villages, a lot of churches.
Yeah. What made you go to Samoa?
I know my wife just
Yeah, we'll kill some more.
that was just when COVID hit.
Yeah.
On the way back from Samoa, they were saying, "Be careful at the airport. Watch this. There's a virus."
Right.
So that was back there. So we just made it back, and then it was locked out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's less developed, eh? So more.
So it's more natural.
Yeah.
But Fiji is just it's beautiful, beautiful,
Crazy
place. Yeah. All that specific island places. Are
Yeah.
So you're saying also with traveling, but you've got a whole bunch of island boys that work for you?
Yeah, a lot of Tongan,
A lot of Tongan boys.
Tongans,
Yeah.
Samoans.
Yeah.
They're
What are they like?
they're awesome workers
Yep.
when they're into it.
Yeah.
But they're very respectful. Very I think a little bit too respectful. They should come out of the shell a bit and like they're hard to talk to because they're just very respectful. They don't want to.
It's like shy.
They're
Yeah.
shy and
Do most of them grow up here, or they?
a lot of them can't speak English.
Okay, they've all sort of just moved over as well.
A bit of a barrier because they don't speak the language. But
Yeah.
once you get them going and they're confident, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic boys, very, very respectful, very hardworking.
Yeah.
But they're just a little bit, they don't have enough confidence in themselves. Like they can be much more than what they are.
Yeah.
Because we use them for concrete, just purely for concrete.
Yeah.
Which is probably out of the whole trade. It's probably the easiest thing to do. Like the hardest thing is setting up
Yeah.
to the site where it's just dirt, knowing where to put the timbers, the levels, the step downs, the steel,
Yeah.
all the structure.
Yeah.
That's what they don't want to do that because they think they just concrete is where they can go that next level.
Yeah.
Start educating themselves on how to read a plan.
How would they do that? Is there like courses or anything?
Courses, yeah. Do courses and just go work for a form worker instead of just doing concrete.
Yeah.
It's good money there, but it's just you're only going to make that $500 or $600 a day for the rest of your life. Whereas if you become a concreter and you do the excavation, form work, so you can make $10,000 in a day.
Yeah.
We'll say some jobs.
Yeah.
Sorry, the sky's the limit. Yeah, right. The bigger the job, the more profit you get. Whereas if you're just doing one thing, unless you've got 50 guys before you and you make $50 on each person,
Yeah.
and that day then you can make 10 grand. But
Yeah.
it's hard.
But the form working, that would be another business or another contract that will go.
That's a real concreter that does everything. Concreter
okay.
does the excavation,
Yeah.
steel fixing, the form work.
Yeah.
Placement's the last thing, it's the easiest thing, that's no thinking.
Yeah.
Just go there and just pour, follow the levels, timber over, just
Yeah. So everything's ready and the pouring is the last. That's called placement. Yeah.
That's easy. It's
Okay.
hard work. Hard
Yeah.
work. Go for a couple of hours. The rest of the day you finish it off. But to get to the site where it's like that and you got to build something that's suspended, sticking out
Yeah.
10 meters, cantilever over it, and you got to try to work out how to hold this concrete up. It's wet and there's a lot of pressure. That's the heart and the knowing how to read the plan, what the engineer wants. There's
Yeah.
a
Well,
lot involved. But,
how long would it take? I guess it's all individual, right? Up to how fast the individual can learn. But how long, for someone like that you probably trained in the past, how long do you reckon it's taken them to sort of get to a level where you think, this guy can do everything for someone?
it depends who they work for. If they were working for me, if I've got a young, let's say, Fijian boy straight from Fiji, and he was 17, within 10 years, he'd go on his own.
Yes.
But you have to do a course in the meantime. Go to do carpentry because carpentry
To get a license, to get it.
get the license, But carpentry is like the backbone of form working because it's all carpentry. Yeah. But it's reverse carpentry. It's just you make it a mold.
Yeah.
Whereas carpentry is like you put a door up and instead of stairs, whatever. But it's just,
Yeah. Like the foundation, it's like yeah.
yeah. Well, you need So to be a proper a full concrete, you have to know form work, steel fixing, and reading the plans is the main. Knowing the levels, the lines, reading the surveyor's plans, and knowing.
How do you price the job? Like who prices the job? So what stage can you start pricing the jobs? Because you get a lot of young guys these days they just go and like from what they hear and price the job, but don't really know like, oh no, this needs to be a little bit more here, deeper. But they price it in one, So how does it?
Yeah, it just goes from
Experience,
Yeah. Foresee problems. Allow for
Do you for bigger jobs? Do you use certain people to price bigger jobs, or would you use an estimator? Or no? Yeah, okay.
It's my
Yeah, it's your money. It's
my neck on the line. Like,
yeah. So you price all the
I
jobs.
have to, I don't
Okay.
trust them.
Yeah.
If I sit in the office has come from uni,
Yeah.
you don't know what really happens on a building site when you're digging a hole in, but what's really how much things expand and become
Yeah.
problematic.
Yeah.
So
What sort of jobs do you work on now? Like, I know you're more of a specialist guy that people call you when they've got problems like turning. Like, most of the times it's the unique jobs that you do, like a niche, you know. So it's sort of like awesome to be in that position, and that's from your experience that you've built out.
Right.
But what are the types of jobs?
Oh, I take anything on.
Yeah,
It could be a garden shed,
yeah,
slab at the back, or a 10-story suspended slab job. Wherever, and those jobs there, I'll just get contractors in to help me.
yeah.
Subby a lot over the workhouse. Subby to a former company to a still fixing company, but I oversee the lot.
Oh, yeah. Why would you do that, to minimize risk? Or?
Well, just because I've got the manpower.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm not going to go and employ 100 men
Yes.
for one job.
Yeah.
And then if it rains for 3 weeks and there's no work, I'm going to pay their wages.
Yeah.
So just subby it out.
But that's an awesome way to manage risk, because I guess a lot of builders have gone bust because of that sort of reason, right? And
They
then
have too many employees and
too much expenses, and then the way it's regulated these days is payroll tax. There's so much GST. It's like I don't know how people survive with that.
taxes are a killer. And
Yeah.
taxes are a killer. Really holding back the country.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
should let, especially the building industry,
Yeah.
we should give a bit more breathing room for the builders to use ban. Because with everything comes off building. When you build a house, you finish a house, you got to buy a TV, then you got to buy. So you got to buy.
Oh, that's true. The foundation.
Anything else that comes with a house.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of other industries. So
Yeah.
as soon as the houses are,
They're up and running. Yeah.
and they're gonna make them cheaper, so everyone can afford it.
Yeah.
And then everything,
That makes sense.
flows off it.
Yeah.
With going back to for a new guy that's starting out with concreting, or just do you sort of go through like an apprenticeship thing, or is it
Not for concreting. There's not. There used to be. There was. I called it a construction carpenter, which is more concreting side of things, but they kind of fizzled out because it was just. I don't know. It wasn't enough. A lot of guys come out of school. They don't want to be a concreter.
Yeah.
Right. It's look in our industry. It's probably the bottom of the line. The bottom of the chain is the
Right.
concreter. So if you're a carpenter, you're up here. Concreters are there. Bricklayers are a little bit higher. And then kind of say out of school, a young boy want to be a carpenter. They don't want to be a concreter. It's too hard.
Yeah.
It's not that it's looked at upon that much. It's just the physical side of it. A lot of people don't like the hard work.
Yeah.
But there you go. They do carpentry.
Was it like
So
what I'm sort of
yeah. So
yeah, sorry, we're back. Thank you. Sorry, what I was trying to sort of get to is for those guys who just they need the confidence to ask you to go like, okay, I need to learn and get up to a certain stage. But yeah, you don't have the apprenticeship, but
experience,
work
with someone like me.
Yeah.
And then just get some sort of license. We can get a concrete license.
Yeah.
Which they come out. There's no course, but it's just years of experience. And an assessor will come to the job site and he'll ask you a few questions. Maybe what you do a few things, or you send them a few videos of you working, and you get your concreter's license.
Yeah. Okay.
So once you got that, you can do
do about everything. Yeah.
Certain point.
Mm.
And then you need your public liability and your workers' comp.
Yeah.
To do council work and
Yeah, for sure.
but you have to know what you do. You have to know how to read the plans. And you learn that from your boss.
Yeah.
And asking him, can I have a look? Can you show me? But
Oh,
our boss has to be willing to spend the time
to teach you.
to teach.
But I guess if you're enthusiastic, you want to learn and you get into it, you're like,
He's always asking. If you're not showing any interest, the boss is not going to care. But
no, that's right.
gosh, how's that working in the boss's face and watching him do it? Pick it up. But if we just always walk away, sit in the truck while the boss is weighing, you're not going to learn,
Yeah. So I've seen a lot more Pacific Islander trucks, like the Tongan boys, the concreters getting in. So I've seen a lot more now. Do you? Yeah. Getting their own jobs and stuff. So
They're slowly getting into it. Slowly there is more driveways, which is a bit easier. But they have to get into the house slabs
okay.
to make a bit more money. Like even driveways are good.
Because there's less. Are there less concreters? I mean, the Italians have gone probably onto building and more development now, where there's less Italian concreters.
Oh,
right?
there's hardly any concreters.
Oh, wow. So this they've gone up. The next.
Like my dad wanted me to be a professional.
Yeah.
They were very, very tough with their kids to make sure they were all lawyers or doctors or whatever. So there's very few Italian
concreters now.
Yeah. It's kind of coming back. Well, my son's working with me now. He wants to be a a builder. My dad's doing carpentry, but he works for me. He's gonna, and a lot of his friends are in the trades now. There's a lot of it's coming back.
Yeah.
Because there's
That's good. You see it. Yeah.
it's a really coming back. There's good money in it now.
Yes.
So there's not many out there.
Not many, so there's a lot of demand for us. So we we could not charge what we want, but there's if someone really is desperate,
There's a lack of supply, so he's
you put your price up. You put your price in. If they like it, they'll take you.
How do we have that many tradies around? Like, why are we running short?
too much YouTube.
Not too much bullshit university degree. Everyone's doing university degrees that give them nothing. So everyone's going to uni. Unis are full of kids, but these kids should be out there working, becoming a plumber, a sparky, a carpenter, a concreter.
Yeah, well,
Unis are full of all this bullshit.
yeah, the white collar. Yeah. Well, now because I do the finance in there, I'm like the tradies are earning way more than all the white collars. So it's sort of like the most,
They'll say there's something on YouTube that's saying that the tradies are the new doctors and lawyers.
That's what I call them.
Yeah, right.
Goes, hey, Dr. Blubber, Dr. Concreter. Yeah.
Just don't have enough time to do all the jobs, eh?
Not enough people. Yeah, not enough people.
Oh gosh, you got to start humming jobs off.
You were talking about home ownership, Tony, and you guys like everything builds off the home, like all the rest of the economy. But how important do you think home ownership has been in your journey and in your family's journey? Yeah.
My dad's or myself, my own house. It's just equity there. It's money in the bank. It might be a mortgage on it, but it's just the value of it. Since I built, it's tripled. So I can borrow against it and do another project like I have. Like I've done two side and other properties, just borrow off it, and then as they go increase in value, you can borrow against them to do other property.
Yeah, you've been at your home. How long have you been in that home?
25 years.
25. It's a stability. It's a place like where everyone can come back to, right? It's like your HQ, right? It's a foundation. That's what I like about it. It's like that's the family home, and you guys, you have somewhere where no one's gonna come tell you got to vacate here. You got to go find another place to live and rent. And I think that's one of the issues. One of the things I want to strongly put in is like, you have somewhere for your family, like a hub that is a place, that you guys can all come back to. And
it gives you something to work for.
Yes.
You have to pay it off, and it's just, you get up every morning to make sure you can afford the repayments. And then in 20 years down the track, it's all paid off, and you leave something for your kids. Makes their life a bit easier in the future.
All your kids have grown up there. They've gone to school from there. It's a steady foundation. That's how I see it. Like,
that's sort of one less thing to have to worry about. Sort of thing,
Stability is the best thing for a kid. If they're young, from house to house to house, it's just different schools and different son, new sets of friends. Kids leaves.
That's where I think a lot of this Facebook and YouTube, all this stuff, buy 10 investment properties, buy 5. It's all like a big hype when the statistics don't really reflect all that marketing and that blabbing. So 147 people in Australia own 20 properties or more is the ATO data, and it's only like 400,000 that own four properties. So it's not big numbers, but every second ad and thing professional you see on Facebook or YouTube is talking about own multiple properties, and I think we get a little bit disillusioned, But I think just one property, just for a family to just start,
It's enough, and the second property is a bonus.
Yes.
But it's not the be all and end all if you haven't. Just have the one. If you can maybe put a granny flat in the back.
Yes.
For your kids when they get married.
To start. That's what I reckon. But just wanted to point that out because, there's too much fluff out there in the digital world.
But there is a lot of information, but you sort of just pick what you want to do.
It's not that easy.
No.
Make out as a...
Trusts and structures, and then it's like, you've been down that track, and you've gone through it yourself, so firsthand that's what's bullshit and what's not, what's true and what's not. But
well, with like over 30 years of experience in the with concrete and business, and how do you view retirement? Has that changed your perspective in life? And
like, when should I, if I can retire? Or
if you can retire,
what do you think about retirement? What is it like? The idea of retirement, because
no, I don't want to retire. Obviously, now my son's in the business. I want to work for him for nothing. I'm happy to be there and watch over him. I'm sure he's okay. But my dad's
It's like a circle.
Your dad done that to you, and you,
Yeah, but it's also left me a legacy where you know it's a good portfolio. I really, to be honest, I don't really have to work anymore. But I'm not going to take that on. That's just for my kids. I want to keep working hard because I think working since you're young. Once you stop, become lazy, mind doesn't think anymore.
And I like that mentality, Tony, leaving a legacy for your children, you know, that's biblical for us. We're faith, you know, very strongly based in our faith. And that's a principle that they say that they leave for you. You got to leave a legacy for your children. What better way than, you know, property and then your knowledge, you know?
Yeah. And it takes a lot of stress out of the kids' lives. I know with myself, I could sleep at night if it was my debts are huge, whatever, but I know what my dad's done for us.
Yes.
I think of that and I relax. I say, I'm not worried about it. My dad's done all this hard work, made not to stress. So
Yes.
I hope my kids think the same themselves. Like they don't have to stress so hard. It's not the be all end all working with you because that's what our job.
Dad's done it. My dad's walked that path so we can walk an easier path.
An easy path.
Yeah. That's amazing, man. And I think that's the same ambitions, the same visions that our parents had for us because we're very young in the journey as a Pacific community. You know, 20, 30 years ago is only when, you know, most of us weren't born here through a first generation. So I can so relate to what you're saying. And
I think that's why, you know, it's good having you here tonight to share your story about that. You know, your parents coming over and then sort of setting you up and then, you know, you're doing that for your kids now, you know. So it's been an amazing journey so far.
Yeah.
So,
way to go.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would do differently now, knowing what you do after, you know, sort of?
What I'll do differently financially?
Oh, just in life, in general, like it.
No, I wouldn't change a thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything. I probably would have bought a few more properties when they were cheap.
Yeah.
Winston Hill. I'm going 180,000. I can't have 1.7.
That's crazy. How about
1.7.
Yeah.
At Winstow? There was still farms back then, eh?
But even 10 years ago, even 10 years ago, they were like 300 grand. Yeah. They're over $1 million. It's 2 million now, nearly almost.
Easy afford.
But even Schofield's.
Maybe that's why you could easily afford it, that you don't really think about it. It's like, think about shit.
Oh, well,
How much did they offer that house? That house that's still up there on Schofield's Road. Oh, yeah. Was it 60 mil?
There. No, that guy I still want to sell. Would never sell it.
Who's the Zamet? Is he Italian?
No, his name was Maltese.
Maltese.
Yeah, it's a different level of, it's the next level of money. Yeah.
What message would you like to share with our Pacific Islander audience about like pursuing business, financial independence, and property?
Have more confidence in yourselves. Like you're great people. I consider Islanders Aussies because we're neighbours and we're all in it together. You know, you're part of us. Don't feel like you're not welcome here. Like you can help us. We need all you Islander boys come here, get in the building game.
Yeah.
And there's such a shortage of workers.
Yes.
But you guys are all sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Just come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, work, start a business, be confident. There's plenty of help. Everyone's here to help. And, you know,
That's it, guys. You can reach out to Tony, man, if you need help. They tell you on Mafia, so yeah. But yeah, Tone, thanks so much, Tone, for coming on tonight and, you know, sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. You've got a lot of it. I know we've only touched on a little bit here. And then I'm sure we'll touch a lot more on it at the pubs, you know, in the future.
thanks for having me.
Also, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks, guys.